Hey, everybody, and welcome to Lunch Life Lessons with me, Keela J. I'm so happy you decided to join, and we're running a little bit late behind. Sorry, about 3 minutes if you're on Apple time. Just a little technical problems, but we are live, so woo! Here we go. Today's topic is finding your life purpose. It's all about what you are on this earth to do. That's what today's topic about. We're going to cover it in 30 minutes, and hopefully at the end of this session you have answers to some of your questions. So if you're at work, if you're at home, if you're at school, if you're at summer school, whatever, just bring out your lunch. Today I have my coffee. I'm not, fasting or anything like that or on a diet, but I had my lunch earlier. Don't worry, don't worry. So let's get started. Life purpose. Get out a notebook. I always love to take notes if you want to take notes, and if not, just listen. And this will be live on my website, speaktruthinchaos.com, or on YouTube after this. All right, so what is a life purpose? Everybody has one. There's no question about it. Everybody on this earth was created for a reason. That's why we're here. God has a mission. Okay? God has a mission for everything on this earth to accomplish it, and the way that he does it is through us. It's plain and simple. And ways to figure out, am I living my life purpose? What, is this what I need to do? How do I know if I'm living my life purpose or not? Well, a clue is if you're at your job, regardless if you're making $100,000 a year, regardless if you got a job right out of college, I don't care. Regardless if you're praised every single day, if you hate that job, if you feel like something in you is not being fulfilled, if you feel like there's a passion, there's a song, there's a music station inside of you that just needs to get out, but no one has heard it yet, chances are that's not your life passion, okay? It's not about money, it's not about others, it's about you and you feeling fulfilled and living the calling that you're here for. I have my notes here on the side, okay? I don't, all right. My notes. Okay, so reasons why we should do this. Reasons why you should find your life purpose. For enlightenment. Okay? To feel happier, to feel stress-free about waking up in the morning, to not dread about going to sleep on Sunday nights, to find a better career and a calling for your life. See, because we are all different, we all have different places where we're skilled, where we're not so skilled, where we're, can excel at. Some people are good at math, some people are good at reading, some people are good at, listening. And when someone who's good at math just settles for something that excels because of money or because others have, just like, you're good at this, that's not confirming who you are and who you were created to be. So it's important to understand the values and the skills that you have to have more confidence and to make a real difference, or other reasons why you should be encouraged to find your life purpose. So today I'm going to be talking to two different groups of people. The first group are those who it's easy for you. It's easy for you to know where your skills lie. Okay? And it's very simple. Some people just like, I know what I'm good at. I know what skills I'm good at. I was a person in high school or in college where I knew which activities I wanted to go into. I not only did I know, but when I got into those activities, I became the secretary. I became the historian. I worked my way up because I knew what I was good at. Or you're the type of person who goes into your job and knows exactly what areas you need to work on, what areas you excel in, and also you have a clear vision of how you can be an asset to that department, to that company, to that position. It's very clear on what your skill set is. Okay? Everyone's not like that. You're blessed. Okay? You're blessed if that's you. If that is you, that's great, because everyone is not like that. But what I want you to do If that described you, what I want you to do is take out a piece of paper, okay? You can just write some of these down, or you can come back to this video after it's uploaded to YouTube or the website and answer these questions. All right? What makes you smile? I'm talking about what makes you truly smile when you do something. Is it bringing joy to your life? Is it causing you to want to stay there all day? Do you not want to leave? For example, when you volunteer, some people hate kids, okay? They don't really mean it, but some people do hate kids. So when you volunteer at the daycare, at church, do you wish that you would have done this all month? Do you not want to leave because that little kid is like tugging at your heart? Or when you go to feed the homeless on Saturday morning, are you really just filled with such compassion that you're sharing with the people on the street and feeding them things that you know they need, and that you're so happy that you're giving back your time and your help and your money and your resources? Is that what fulfills you? Or maybe at your job, do you like giving help to others? When people need your help, do you like to give advice, or do you like to do others' work more than yours? And not so much as like showing off, but more as like, I know that that person needs me. I know how I can help them, and I just really love being an assistant to others. You know, what makes you smile? What makes you feel like I could do this all day? So ask yourself that question. And also, what are your favorite things to do? And I know, this is not a repeat from last, because this time we're talking about hobbies. What do you like to do? Okay, so you know your skills. What are your hobbies? Do you love to go running? Do you love the feeling of being free? Or do you love to stay inside and to read books all day? Do you love to learn? Do you love to get outside and try different things? Do you love to meet new people? Or do you love to be in one spot and for people to come to you? What do you love to do? What are your hobbies? So that is a question that can be answered very simply, but just think about the types of answers that you're putting down and slowly see the correlation between all of those. What are your skills? What do you love to do? What makes you smile? What are your hobbies? Slowly start to see the correlation. I'm not talking about just jot them down, but look at them. We're finding our life purpose here. We're not just writing. We're finding our life purpose. Look at them and ask yourself, what correlation can I find here? Other questions that you can ask yourself are, what makes you feel good about yourself? What just makes you feel so good and like this is me? Like what makes you feel you and beautiful? What are you naturally good at? So that goes back to the skills again, but also things like gifts and abilities. So what do people typically ask your help for? Okay, and this can be anything. If you don't have a job, or if you are still in school, or if you're even 40 years into your job, what do people ask your help for? For me, I'll give an example, and this is something that I've just observed over the years. So you don't just think about this past week or this past month, but over the past year or years, what have people asked your help in? And for me, it's been fashion advice. I love fashion. I love it, okay? And I love how people can express their personality through clothing. So a lot of people ask me fashion advice. And I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome because I'm able to share my passion on how you can be unique, individual, and spunky through your clothes. I mean, through your clothes, I'm able to share the love of that through the advice that I can give to others. So ask yourself that question. And this is my favorite one. This is the question that it changed my life, okay? And not to be dramatic. I'm not the one, to be like, I changed my life. No. But this question seriously helped me to see the life that I could have been living, and to take back the reins on the life that was created for me. Okay? So My sister asked me earlier this year in January of 2013, it's 2013, she asked me if you could be doing anything, and I know you might have heard this question before, but I'm telling you to think about it again. If you could be doing anything, anything, any job, any task, any favor, anything in this entire world, what would it be? What would it be? And I'm talking about money is not an issue. Every job pays the same. Every job pays the same. What would your job be? And it was crazy because that's such a hard question. If you know me at all, I'm indecisive when it comes to decisions about myself. I am indecisive, okay? But that question, I knew right off the bat what the answer was, which told me, wow, what I was doing at that time had no correlation to what my passion was. And then I started to think all of the things, all of the people, all of the 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 interactions that I've had, all of the things that have been on my mind when I would read the Bible, everything was correlating to what my passion was. And we have to understand that passions in our heart aren't just because. They aren't just there. They aren't just like, oh, I really love to sing, and I really love to sing to people who are down, and I really, I just really love to I really love to walk, and I love to walk to people, like just don't ignore the passions that are inside of you because God put them there. He puts those passions inside of us to help us realize and to help us, it's like fuel to get us going, to help us accomplish his missions that he has on this earth. So don't ignore the passions. Don't ignore what really gets you excited. Don't ignore the reason why you could be excited for waking up every morning. It won't feel like work if you're passionate about it. You guys have heard that saying, right? If it's not a job, it's my career, it's my passion, it's what I love to do. And when you find that, it won't feel like a job, it won't feel like a task, it won't feel like a place I go sit down and then somebody gives me my paycheck in 2 weeks. It won't feel like that. It'll feel like you're doing something not only for yourself and to fulfill your soul and your passion, but you're helping others and you're helping to fulfill the mission that God has for you on this earth. Okay? So also, and this is really key, and it's something that I probably will talk about in a different video, but it's about our values, which directly tie into our passions and our purpose. And there's an exercise that you can do that lists a series of over 100 values and what you value in life. I'm going to make a different video about that now that I'm thinking about it, but it basically allows you to pick out what you value in life, and so you can see, because we all think we value certain. I value money, I value security, I value being with I love my family, I love my kids, but what do you value? It's things like happiness, location, it's security on there too, but it's also status, appearance, environment, things like that really allow you to think. And the exercise makes you narrow it down. My number one, I'll share it with you. It was happiness. If I'm not happy at what I'm doing, oh, it's not good. I mean, I'm not fully there. If I'm not happy, if I'm not passionate about what I'm doing, which, it's a big factor to me. So what do you value? What are the main factors in your life? All right, so that is talking to the person who knows your skills, who knows what you value in life, who knows what you can answer questions about yourself. That's talking to you. Okay, so we close that little chapter. I hope if you have any more questions, feel free to post on the bottom of this video, or to send me an email, or to call me up. We can do a live call. You can call me up if you have any more questions. My phone's right here. So now we're moving on to the person who does not know about their skills. There's so many people. There's so many people who don't know what they're good at, who don't know their passions, who don't know how to find their passions. And so it's about, you don't know if things are so clear for you. Things aren't that clear for you. You're not sure what your gifts are. You haven't discovered any particular talent that you're good at. You haven't discovered your true calling in life. You haven't discovered your skills. And it takes a lot for you to really find out what you're good at. You don't feel fulfilled. You don't feel fulfilled in life. So that's okay. I'm here to tell you that that is okay, because you are with so many people who find it hard to really narrow down, and it just means that you are just good at so many things. Or it means that you have to get up and get motivated about something. Because oftentimes we allow ourselves to just sit back, and not use our skills, to not even explore our passions, to not allow ourselves to be of use to others. We just sit back and we're just like, well, I'm not good at anything, I don't like to do anything. But are you doing the same thing over and over again? Are you hanging out with the same people? Are you attending the same types of events? Are you doing things to locate those passions, to locate those skills inside of you? So that's the question that I have for you. And it oftentimes is a little hard to grasp, because you're like, yeah, I go to school, I interact with people, I go to church. But are you venturing out? Are you trying to find the passions? Are you asking yourself? Are you challenging yourself with finding the passions that could really open up a whole other life that really could just fulfill you in so many different ways? So ask yourself those questions. Challenge yourself. You're watching this video, finding your life purpose. Challenge yourself to venture out and to go to those other groups of people. You know, so easily we are influenced by the people around us. We allow others to not, so basically it could be like a roadblock. All right, let's create a visual here. We're at one end of the road. Our purpose and God is at the other side of the road. And in the roadblock, which creates a detour, our friends, our situations, our, and R as A-R-E, not O-U-R, but our hesitations, our insecurities, okay? That is what exists at that roadblock. And it creates a detour from God, from our true purpose. We go all around. Sometimes we encounter two roadblocks at a time. Sometimes we encounter a roadblock that leads to another roadblock, another detour, and pretty soon we're just all the way out in the ocean. God's like, hold on, I'm right here. So, for you, it's so important, and this is for both groups of people, but especially for you, it's so important to seek your Creator, to seek God for why you exist on this earth. You know what? It's kind of thinking about it like this. If you were to build a house, you're like, I'm gonna build my house. Say, imagine yourself, you're just living your life out to your true purpose, your true passion, and you're building your house. You're building your dream house, and you're like, I'm going to build that house on sand. Yes, on sand. That is, I want to live right on the beach, and I'm gonna build it on sand. That's just what I just, it should make sense to me, because that's what I want to do. I want to be right on the beach. I just want to go open my door and just go into the ocean. And does that make sense? No. There's no foundation. There's nothing under there to support what you built. There's no foundation in that. It's kind of like how we try to move forward, to find answers, to find ourselves without God, our foundation, our creator, our purpose for living. There's nothing there that supports us. So we end up going all into these detours and valleys and all these things when God is like, hey, if you just rooted yourself in me, if you just came to me and used me as your foundation, you could have gone as high as you wanted to. You could have built on for days. Your structure would have lasted so much longer if you would have just built your foundation on something stable. So that's what it's all about. It's about understanding that you may not understand what your passions are. You're seeking your purpose, you're seeking your passions, and getting that foundation that you need, going to God for your foundation that you need. Ways to do that are to start praying and reading the Bible. I was reading a book called Experiencing God this morning by Henry Blackaby. And in it, he said that so many times we just read scriptures. We read scriptures, and scriptures are great. We read scriptures and we just reading it all day. We read the Bible back cover to cover and over. And you're just like, I read the Bible and I just don't know. I didn't get anything. I didn't get any answers. Have you ever tried talking to God? Because all of that is just a book. If you have no relationship with God, that's it. The love relationship with God. And I was just like, that is it. Wow. I encounter so many people who read the Bible from cover to cover and are just like, there's nothing to me. They're just tales, they're just fables. And the reason that the line, which can create those from just fables and no, from stories, from how God saved so many people and how he was a blessing to so many people and used his disciples, regular men. I mean, I'm talking about poor men, how he used them, us, to accomplish great things. When you have that love relationship with God, those become just a book to read from cover to cover just to prove a point. And it becomes ways to live your life, ways for you to look at it and be like, wow, God, if you did that to him, what could you do to me? If you healed her like that, how could you use me? It's for inspiration, it's for encouragement. Think of it like that and start out with a love relationship with God. Talk to God every day. Pray. Pray. Ask God to reveal your passions to you. Sorry, don't be afraid. Talk to God. Lord, I just really want to live my life passions. I just really want to live a life where I feel happy. I feel fulfilled. Like I don't feel like I'm doing. I don't feel just speak earnestly, speak honestly to God, and he'll answer right back. So ways that God can answer you back are through people. He'll talk through people, and you'll begin to have a conversation with the person, and God can talk through that person. He can talk through the Bible. He can talk through situations. He can talk through songs, through different things that we hear and interact with. There are various ways that God can talk with you, or he can talk to you directly. So God talks to everyone differently. So when you start to create that love relationship with him and you start asking questions, you start creating an actual relationship, a challenging relationship with God where you're growing together, And you understand that wherever you go, the Bible says, wherever we go, God goes with us. He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. So we have to look for our answers in things around us. We start asking questions, look for the answers. Look for the situations where, you volunteer somewhere and someone says to you, wow, you really did a great job today. I think that you should start working here. Or wow, I saw you interacting with that woman, and I just really want you to say that I think you really have a gift of helping to encourage others. Just start opening up your ears and listening. When you start asking questions, you have to listen for the answer. So, yeah, and it can be in various ways. I remember I was walking, not walking, I was driving one day, and I had the radio on, and a song came on. And I was like, oh, this song. But I've heard it probably like 20 times before that. It was like, the Fish and, the songs. You hear them a lot. The Fish is a radio station here in Atlanta. And so I heard it. And when I heard that song that day, something in me was just like, whoa, this song, usually I would just listen to it and just let the words just kind of like, brush, like, oh, yeah. Just kind of like, oh, but that day, that song was just like, it wasn't just a song, it was a message to me, to my soul. Turn the radio up, and I was just in silence. And, the Holy Spirit just was just like, this message is for you. And when I started to listen to the words,
it's 1:00.
Sorry, it's 1:00. When I started to listen to the words, it was just a direct answer to the prayer, that I have been praying. I mean, it's amazing the ways God will talk to you if you just trust Him, that He will talk. It's amazing. So we're getting ready to wrap up. And the next steps are what we're about to cover. Your next steps on how to find your life purpose, and how to listen, how to move forward, and how to accept the challenge. Alrighty, so forming a relationship with Jesus Christ, reading your Bible, praying, surrounding yourself around Christians who are bold, who are going to take bold steps and aren't afraid of what others are going to say. And sometimes that means you have to be isolated. It does. If you feel like your phone is a huge distraction, if you just notice yourself on your phone so much of the day, that's the first thing you look up when you wake up, it's the last thing you look at when you go to bed, you look at it at least 5 times an hour. Oh, my phone made a sound. Oh, I got a like on Instagram. Oh, that person just liked my tweet. I must go through my timeline 10 minutes. If you feel like your phone is a distraction, it's taking up too much time in your day, it's controlling your day, put it down for a day. I mean, turn it off, put it on your bed, give it to your mom so she can take it to work, or give it to your boyfriend or your sister so she can just, keep it from you. Maybe forward your calls to your home phone or something that doesn't have social media capacity, and allow yourself to fully be able to talk to God and to hear from God. It takes those, the losing of the distractions for that to happen. Other ways we can be distracted is our friends. If we have friends that we surround ourselves by, and they're clouding our ability to make wise decisions, to make good decisions, maybe decline the next few times that he or she asks you to hang out. Just be like, no, I think if you seriously feel like that person is giving you a detour, is giving you a roadblock, pray about it and start to actually remove those things for your life, especially if it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I'm a huge advocate for that, especially if it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, because that could be distractions in so many different ways, you know, and sometimes we have to worry about fulfilling our purpose and our mission over other people's feelings, because you know what? You're going to be benefiting them as well in the end. If you're like, no, I don't want to break up with him, or no, I just don't want to hurt his feelings. But if you know in your heart of hearts if that situation is not right, if it's preventing you from getting to your life purpose, then essentially you're doing good for both you and him, because he probably is missing out on his life purpose as well. You guys are both being roadblocks to each other. So it's accepting that, realizing it, and taking action on that. So it's all about being alone so God can speak and you can listen. Okay? Always be trying new things. Be patient. Don't waste your times on things that you know aren't from God, so roadblocks. And don't let the people around you talk you into things that may lead to roadblocks. Okay? So use everything that we've talked about in this lesson. Apply it, pray about it, actionize it, and hopefully you will find your way to your life purpose. All right? Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this session. This session. This is actually going to be a weekly session. Every week is going to be a different topic, and you can interact and find out about new topics at Speak Truth, TRUTH, in Chaos, CHAOS, speaktruthindchaos.com. The top right, there'll be the new topic for that session. So share it with your friends, rewatch it, take notes, send me a message if you dare, and I would love to hear from you. Just send it if you dare, and take action, okay? Don't be afraid to find your purpose in life. All right, guys? I love you, and I will talk with you soon.